You do not have to spend a lot of money to get the look of high-end decor. Today we're at my local thrift store. We're gonna go in and I'm gonna show you how you can shop at the thrift store and get a high-end look for less. So one of my favorite stores to shop at is in Overland Park, Kansas. It's called Blessings Abound. They have a huge selection over here, but one of my favorite items and the thing I always look at are their mirrors. Now, high-end mirrors can be hundreds of dollars. You can get them at Home Goods usually for around $100, but if you come to the thrift store, there's so many cool varieties and you can get them really affordably. This circle mirror over here is just $19. The larger the mirror, the more expensive it is. This huge mirror over here at the thrift store is only $29. A unique mirror that I just found is this circle mirror. When I was looking online, I found this circle mirror and I loved the gold antique look to it, so that's what we're gonna try to recreate. My circle mirror that I picked up at the thrift store has a perfect frame. To begin this project, I want to tape off my mirror just to protect it so I can add paint. So I'm gonna put a piece of craft paper in the middle, then I'll add painter's tape along the edge. Make sure you get really close underneath the frame whenever you're adding your painter's tape so that you don't have anything you have to clean up after you're done painting. I spray painted 2 coats of a flat black spray paint on the edge of my mirror. Adding black before you start adding in gold is a great way to richen up and give that antique look to any gold that you add to your frame. If you look closely in that Pottery Barn picture, you see a hint of green on that frame. To mimic that look, I used a little bit of a dark green spray paint and I just put it sporadically across my frame. Once the spray paint dried, I got out all of my gold rub and buff colors, and the reason I'm using multiple colors is I feel like it gives it more of an antique look when you layer different gold colors. So the first color I'm using is a copper color, and I'm just using a foam brush to add that to my mirror. Then I'm gonna go back in and remove any excess and kind of blend those colors together with a paper towel. Now you may be wondering how it's turning around. This is actually on my spray paint turntable, which really helps to work on projects. I use it inside and outside. Now, depending on how much of that black color you want to show is going to determine how much gold you put on. You can see here I have a lot of black coming through and I could leave it this way. I'm going to continue to add gold until I like the way the colors are blended. Once the paint's dry, I'm going to remove all of the painter's tape from the center part of my mirror. If you got any paint on the mirror, you can come back in and just scrape that off. Now, a lot of people might avoid the fabric section because there's several things that you probably wouldn't want to pick up, but there's several really cool gems that you can use to decorate your house with. You could use fabric to recover a bench. One of my favorite DIYs that I ever did was with an old pillowcase. I painted these geometric shapes on it and hung it in my bedroom. It's been in my bedroom now for 2 years and I think it looks so high end. And that pillowcase came from a thrift store. Don't spend a lot of money on organization. You can organize practically your entire house with organization baskets that you pick up at the thrift store. And if you don't like the color that they have the baskets in at the thrift store, you can always stain them. Here's a few of the ways I use baskets to organize in my house. This one, I'm not sure how this one's gonna turn out. Now, I love the structure of it. I love that it has a lid. It's a little bit pricey at $12, but I wanna try out a new painting technique and see if I like it. Check out this one. The shape on it is perfect. And that's the thing, you guys, if you can find a good shape, you can totally paint it and add to it to recreate it. This one's gonna be perfect to DIY. I found this one and several of the baskets at Pottery Barn have leather handles. So I'm gonna see if I can recreate this one with leather handles. I go shopping quite a bit for home decor around my house, and I've been using this new app called Fetch that I want to tell you about. Fetch is an app that you download, and whenever you go shopping, you just lay out your receipt and scan it with your phone. Fetch works with literally any retail receipt. The app easily scans my email for any Walmart purchases I've made, including my groceries. The receipt I'm scanning is for home decor that I bought at Savers. And then you can use the reward points on practically hundreds of gift cards. Just browse the rewards section to see what's available. My favorite gift cards to receive are the Ulta Beauty, the Amazon, and Walmart. If you do a lot lot of your shopping online, it's even easier to use by clicking the e-receipt button. It will scan your emails for eligible e-receipts, and then you'll get the points back. This is so easy and definitely my favorite way to use the app. You can get started with Fetch and earn an extra 100 points when you check out the link down below in the description box. Make sure that you use my code Liz Fenwick and you'll get an extra 100 points when you snap your first receipt. So check out that link down in the description box to see how easy it is. And I want to thank Fetch for sponsoring today's video. I have a great hack for succulent planters. Go to the Restore if you have one in your area. They have old light fixtures for around $1. These are perfect for planting succulents in because they have the drainage at the bottom. You just put a Dollar Tree plate on the bottom, and it's a really affordable way to have a nice succulent planter in your home. Lamps are another item that are a great dupe for high-end decor, and most thrift stores have a ton to choose from. If you can find a set, that's even better. Okay, these are such a good deal. $10 each. The lampshades are a great deal. I love the shape of them. I may want to update this, but man, you cannot beat $10 for a lamp in great condition. I really didn't need to do much to these lamps, but I wanted to update them so they were a little bit more modern. I removed the lampshades and then I used my frog tape to tape off the top portion of the lamp. Now with the bottom, I spray painted the bottom half with 2 coats of an ultra matte spray paint. Once that dried, I removed my painter's tape and then I came in with some rub and buff along the top edge. All I did was take a foam brush and I painted that on to the top half of my lamp. Once that dried, I added back in my lampshades because they were in great condition and no one would be able to guess that these lamps were only $10 each. When you're out thrifting, don't be intimidated by a dingy lampshade like this one because you can always paint it and bring it back to life. I'm gonna use a stippling brush, but honestly, you could probably use any brush. I found a white sample paint that I had. I added a little bit of water to it and mixed it up. I simply did 2 coats all over this lampshade. You can see this lampshade is dingy, it's old, it's like probably, I don't know, 40 years old, and it just needed some new life. It definitely needed 2 coats, so if you're gonna do this, do 2 coats, but this turned an old lampshade into a completely new lampshade. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Comment the word of the day, which is thrifting. One of the most obvious items to pick up at the thrift store is furniture. You can get some great quality pieces, wood furniture, unique items, sand them, paint them, stain them. There's so many things you can do. So I was so excited to find this coffee table. You guys know that this like bevel detail is so in right now. It's so popular. And I realized it fit as far as like width, but it was way too high. So I needed to cut off 5 inches from this coffee table. I'm using 2 coats of ink by Waverly on the entire coffee table. I know my kids are gonna have their feet on here. I wanted to make it nice and sealed. So I'm gonna be using a water-based sealer. And here's a look at how everything turned out. And this all started with a $12 coffee table. One of the biggest reasons I come to the thrift store is to look for glassware to recreate items I see on high-end websites like Pottery Barn or West Elm. Now, the important thing when you're looking at glassware is you want to pay attention to the shape. Don't worry about the color or the texture. You can always DIY those, but pick a shape similar to those high-end vases and then you can DIY it. One thing I was noticing is this vase right here. It's a little small, but the shape on it is perfect. So I think these 2 would be strong together. The shape on this vase is really cool, you guys. If you don't like the color, which it could use a spray painting. The thrift store has so many unique dinnerware and plates that you can use just as dinnerware, or you can use them in your DIYs. One of the bigger trends we're noticing right now are blue and white dishes, pottery. We're seeing it in vases at Pottery Barn and other stores. I'm finding several really pretty teacups priced at around $1 or $2. This one's $1.50. So I want to make a tray. So I found this blue and white plate that I'm going to use to make kind of a pedestal tray, and I'll show you how I put it all together. I'm gonna start by spray painting my base just with 2 coats of a matte white spray paint. And I'm gonna use E6000 to attach the base to my plate. I picked up 3 different herb plants. This is the perfect piece to put out in your kitchen, on your countertop, and anytime you need fresh herbs, they'll be available. Large planters can be really expensive, but if you pick them up here at the thrift store, you can usually get them for under $20, and they need a little bit of DIY to get them ready for your home. I found this ceramic pot at the thrift store. You're not gonna believe it, it was only $4.50. But I wasn't a fan of the color of it, so I needed to update that. So I started by spray painting this pot. I went with a really neutral tan color just to give me an even color throughout the entire piece. I did it on one side, and then I also flipped it to the other side and spray painted the bottom. Once that dried, I came in with the color Amber. This is a sea glass spray paint, and what that means is it's just going to be a little bit more transparent, which is cool because you're still going to be able to see that tan color underneath, but you're going to get a little bit of a terracotta tint to it. I grabbed some Waverly white paint and I mixed it with some water. I brushed it onto my pot and then I immediately wiped it off with a paper towel. This gave me the look that I was going for. I absolutely love the color of it. I grabbed this eucalyptus plant off of Amazon, which I think is perfect for this planter. To put it in my planter, I added pieces of foam that I had left over on hand. I also put a piece of plastic at the top, and I finished off the top with some moss that I grabbed at Dollar Tree. One tip, you guys, is when you get plants like this, they're gonna come squished up. Make sure you put your hands on every single branch and pull the pieces apart. Yes, I spent a little bit more on the plant, but you would have no idea that that planter was only $4.50. Make sure you paint that subscribe button. If you're watching me on your phone, the subscribe button is right next to my channel name. Click the red subscribe button so it goes from red to gray. You can also click the notification bell so you can see more videos like my Dollar Tree DIYs, home hacks, and room makeovers. I'm over here in the book section. Now, I love buying books because I feel like they give a really high-end look to your decor. You can leave books sitting out the way they are. You can also use them in your decor as risers. If all your decor is the same level, books are really great to give that variation in height. I also love to use books to ground the decor, so they act as a tray if you have vases or different planters on them. I have made so many cool pieces with old tile that I bought from the Restore or Scraps KC, or you may have some laying around your house. They make so many great DIYs. Here's a few of my favorites. So I just found these square tiles. They have this really cool pattern on them. I'll put the price of how much they were because I'm not really sure exactly how much these cost. I thought they would make a really cool tray, so I cleaned them off. Next, I'm gonna use E6000 and put that along the edges of my tile pieces. And then I'm gonna place the tile pieces together. Next, I'm gonna use E6000 to add my wood trim to the edges. And this is how I styled the tray on my coffee table. I was excited to find these white angled tiles at the Restore. They were only 25 cents each. I'm gonna use them to create a tray that would be perfect for my kitchen or bathroom. I'm also going to be using some wood pieces. I'm going to add E6000 to my 2 wood pieces. One of the hardest things to find at the thrift store is good wall art, but every now and then there's a few good ones that are worth picking up. These would be so pretty sitting out on a shelf. $2 for each. $2, $1, $3, $1. You can get them so affordably for a couple of dollars, and if you don't like the color, just spray paint them. I found this really cute frame and I'm gonna pick it up for an art project. So I started by spray painting the frame. I went with a wood filler over like a plaster. Then I came back in with a matte spray paint, and I love how this turned out. I put it with some other accessories in my hallway, and I just think it looks great. Anytime you look on high-end sites like Pottery Barn or Crate and Barrel, they always have these coffee table trays, and they're always super expensive, but you don't have to spend a lot of money. Get them here at the thrift store, do a little bit of DIYing on them, or you can even make your own coffee table trays. By far, the #1 reason to shop at the thrift store is the unique items that you can find here. People make handmade items. You can find vintage items here, and you're just not gonna find these items mass produced. And thrift shopping is just so fun. So I hope I've inspired you to check out your local thrift store. So I found this bowl. It's $5, has a really cool shape to it, pretty large size, and I think it would be great as a decorative piece. I'm gonna spray paint the outside with 2 coats of a matte white spray paint. I'm also gonna do 2 coats on the inside of the bowl. I added in some marble rocks from Dollar Tree, and then I had 2 other succulent plants that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I don't think you would ever guess this bowl was from the thrift store. I have a really fun DIY technique for this next piece. I'm just going to spray paint the entire piece with a flat white spray paint. Now I'm going to give it a marble technique. So what you need to do for this is get a bucket of water. Next, you're going to add in the secret ingredient, which is the sea glass spray paint. I use the one in the color ice. What you're gonna do is spray the spray paint on the top of the water, and this creates like a fun texture. Then you're going to dip the piece straight into the container and pull it straight up. This creates like a faux marble technique. Now you can dip it in until you have the desired look that you're going for, but I think this turned out so cute. It definitely gives it the marble appearance. I would love to know down in the comments what items you would like to pick up at the thrift store to create a high-end look in your home. And make sure you subscribe because I want to see you back here, and I'll see you in our next one. Bye.